welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here tonight for the UERA Hacksaw PC Xfinity Series. Hot Atlanta here tonight. Ought to be a good one as these fast-paced 1.5 mile track here at Atlanta. These boys, men here at the UERA are going to kick it off. Hope everybody been having a good week. Was off last week here with these guys for Memorial Day, and I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day that was. As right now, looks like Tommy Gossip, man, on top pole right now with the Cosman, which we have still not got his last name down pat. So just to give everybody a heads up, next week I'll be on vacation here, so the channel, whatnot, OSR Network will be off next week. So just give y'all a heads up on that one. As right now, got some good cars, man, out here showing them off. There's the Cheesecake Machine. And Adam Jerkson. Yeah, well, Loud Pedal Motorsports sponsor here tonight for us. We're about to get loud on the Loud Pedal for us there. So appreciate Loud Pedal Motorsports coming on board, sponsoring this Atlanta race for us here tonight. That's Adam Jerkson. He's trying to put the Jerky Lodge pole award here. Is he going to be able to do it? That's the thing. We'll see. Let's bring up some of our sponsors for you. See who y'all got. I'll move these sponsors down at the bottom here for us. Corey will be joining us here in just a few. Take a break right fast. Good rumbling around this track here is qualifying underway. 1.5 mile track here in Atlanta. What's up, Brenda? How you doing? Let's go race. That's right. Let's go racing. Absolutely. I know you're out here pulling for Chance Manning. Pride Machine out here. Adam Hoglin. There's the Cheesecake Man himself. He's trying to get the Jerky Lodge pole award here tonight. But who else has got their favorite drivers out here? I know Brenda's out there. She's up. He's pumped up, ready to go. He says, let's go racing. We've had, like I say, about a week or so off. I have to get back in the groove of calling some races here, because, yeah, been that way. Oh, you're back. Well, you're live, man. What's going on?
Well, yeah, I'm excited for some hot Atlanta tonight.
Yeah, also I was telling some folks out here, man, Atlanta here, we got the 1.5 mile track. These guys been here at the UERA. Ought to be a really good one here tonight. So we got Loud Pedal Motorsports doing our sponsor. And yeah, I mean, right now you got Adam. He's on top up there for the Jerky Lodge pole award.
Yes, he is. And unless something changes, we've at least got 26 cars for the field tonight.
Yeah, ought to have a good one. So we got Anthony DeBarro. He's going to probably try the old hat trick. Say, you know what? I'm not going to qualify. See if I can come to the front. Some guys like doing that, that they want that challenge of coming through the front, through the field.
Yeah, and for his track, I don't think coming through the field challenge is the best of ideas, but who am I to talk?
Well, I wouldn't have no choice if I was qualifying out here, because I'd probably be qualifying in the back anyway. So there you go.
Well, yeah, I would qualify dead last too, but still.
So we got Adam. What's going on, Adam? Not only am I running a car, features one of the founders of the UERA, Grant Brown. Okay, cool deal. I hear you. Here goes Anthony. Now he's out on the track, so he might try to do a Maybe he's letting everybody get out there first. He's got a red car tonight. He does got a sponsor on the side this time.
No, he had the same sponsor a week ago. 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, got Brenda out there. She says, let's go racing, boys. You know, she's out there pulling for Chance Manning. I like showing off some of these paint jobs, too, these guys. So.
Yeah, there should be a couple of new paint schemes out there tonight. I was looking at them down through the garage area earlier.
Yeah, I love it. What do you think these guys are going to expect here tonight here at Atlanta? I mean, you know, this track can get it's hard on tires, a little tricky, and Anthony DeBarro says I'm going to put it on pole up front. Ooh, 400's faster than Adam there.
Yeah, he went out there and just smoked that lap time. Changed the pole.
Yes, he did. Good run for him right there, so... I just want to, you know, Atlanta, it's been a while since I've run this track. I usually kind of make it, I use a reference towards the Charlotte a lot with this track. Yeah, they're kind of similar, you know, 1.5, kind of, you know, tri-oval type thing in the front. This place here can get really hard on tires. I think here you get more slick than you do at Charlotte. Charlotte, after a while, you can get kind of tight going into the turns, but here you can get a little more looser, I think.
Yeah, I haven't ran an X30 car around here yet, but I ran the Cup cars here a few months ago. I think it was about after they updated the track surface type of deal.
And well, Lane out there, that he says, what's the keys to surviving Atlanta? And that's kind of what we're talking about. Is it's been a while since I have. I know Corey, he stays up a little more up to date on trying to, you know, driving some of the tracks and so forth. They've changed a lot of the update stuff too. You know, from where I've raced in the past here on iRacing. Again, Atlanta, obviously a hot track. Very tough on tires, which tire limit here tonight, they've got 5, so they've got plenty of tires. That's not going to be an issue. Fuel's not going to be an issue. You get very slick here at these turns. Very hard place to pass because once everything gets spread out or everybody gets going, you'll be very aggressive on the start, I think. That's kind of my key because you got to try to get what you can get early because the tire falls off pretty quick here, and then they'll kind of neutralize.
Yeah, and as for a strategy I would probably do, I'd probably run 40 laps and then go to 80 laps, and then you got 45 to the end. Yeah,
I would agree with you on that one. Kind of split it up. Well, we're gonna grid them up here tonight. Anthony DeBarro gets that Jerky Lodge pole award here tonight so far. As these guys are coming out here on the track, like I said, got a good group of them here so far. I got a good 25 machines out here, so a good field running tonight here in Atlanta. I did like this track. Now, I've always liked racing this track. I mean, this one is Charlotte, Texas, stuff like that. But even though these tracks are, you know, Atlanta, though, is actually one of the older tracks. It's as old as Charlotte. I think I had a conversation, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. Atlanta actually one of the older tracks that was built right when Charlotte was built. So that's why they kind of mimic each other a little bit. But yet they race differently in some aspects.
Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely will race a little bit differently than Charlotte. And being that we're down here, down south, it's gonna get a lot more hotter and a whole lot more slicker on the track as you lay down the rubber. That rubber be grippy. It's gonna be like ice.
And it will, and that's why they call it Hot Atlanta. I know. It amazes me that they've never run this track. I don't know if they've never run it, but I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe like in July. Could you imagine this place in July? Holy cow.
They are supposed to go here in July in the real world.
Oh, they are? Okay. They
I
must
don't
have
know
just
how
changed
that's
it.
for fans, but
Yeah, I mean, I think they just changed it because it used to be an earlier style track. They'd go, I think, in February or March because it would get so hot down here, and I think they was kind of, trying to combat that a little bit.
well, I think what they were trying to combat was the rain as we get. Anthony,
Looks like Anthony is going to take a.
EOL.
Yeah, I think he's. Again, I think what he's doing, and I've seen guys do this, is basically call for an EOL, start in the back, and see if he can come through the field. That's my guess. I'm gonna say unless somebody out there in the league tells me different, just to see if he can just come through the field. I've seen some guys do that. What was the word we're looking for here? Test their skills, so to speak, I guess. How's that? Again, I wouldn't have to do that because I'd be starting in the back anyways. We're going green, though. We got Pace Truck out here. Trucking. Drop off on pit road. Tommy Gossip is going to lead the pack with Adam Jerkinson. Dursky, my bad. Out front.
Green.
Pete Baskin. Green flag. We're racing.
There we go, green. A little check up on the inside line by that would be Pete Baskins. There was a little check up on that green flag, and it really set those inside cars back a good ways.
It did, and they almost tried to take a full wide in turn one. Thought better of it with their maybe like two wide, but like I say up front, you got Adam taking the lead. Back around where you're talking about Pete, he falls back to fifth. You got Corey Silva hanging on right there in sixth. Nick's Curling up in the seventh. So, but everybody got single file, and that's kind of what you wanted here is to get single file early. And passing is going to be like, you'll be single filed, and you'll see a guy maybe do one or two passes here and there.
Yeah, once the run gets going and you get a little bit of rubber laid down in different grooves, you're going to see drivers start running about middle line or bottom lane, and it's going to be their choice.
Yeah.
Right now you're going to see all of these drivers pretty much right around there on the white line in the corners.
And we talk about the differences here of, Charlotte versus Atlanta. The biggest thing is coming out of turn four, like at Charlotte. You get very tight. Here, you almost can get kind of loose coming out of this turn, at turn four. It's not quite as tight as what it is there. I don't know if the banking is different. I'd have to look up the specs of the track for that to know if maybe there's a slight difference in the banking that's a reason of that right there. But I do know that's one major area that I feel is turn four. And Charlotte, after a while, really tight. Here, it doesn't get as tight as what it does at Charlotte.
No, it's tight on the early run with the colder tires, but once you start getting some heat and wearing the tires, you'll be wanting more tires after that. You'll be saying, I wish this thing could push.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we got a good battle going on here. We're on 7th place spot. That's Nick Curling right there. Pete Baskins hanging on with it. There in the 10th place, our 10th machine. Well, he's in 8th place right there behind him. Looking good, but again, everybody kind of single file. All the way back in the back. Let's check see where Anthony is right now. He's back in 20th. And we talk about how hard it is to pass here. I don't see how he's going to come through the field. I just don't see anybody coming through the field unless you're on a different set of tires or something. I don't see it. Not at a track like this.
No, definitely not. And it's something you got to watch out for. That 9 car, he grinded the wall coming out turn number 2.
Brandon Lee. Bradley, my bad. In the Toyota machine. Well, we got some nice paint jobs out here, Corey. We was talking about that earlier. Speaking of Brad right there, he's got the hacksaw. Like, is that hacksaw on the side of it? Yep, hacksaw.
Yep.
PC on it. He's got something on the hood there. I can't really make it out.
The Send Industries on
Oh,
it.
okay. Didn't shine. Deal. Guy L out there with his Western Auto machine. Let's throw back Darrell Waltrip there. And you got Philip Locke. Good looking machine he's got there. Todd Kirkwood right behind him. Harvey and Clarence both in the pit, so didn't make it here. And then we're talking about Adam Hoagland. He's I don't know who he's got. Oh yeah, he told me who that was. That's Grant Brown on his car. So he's out there sporting Grant.
He is.
Yeah. And I'm not sure who's the 78 car. Who is the 78?
I believe Blanton in the 78 there.
Who's that?
Leslie
Leslie?
Blanton.
All right, we got an ASN car and Bandit on the back of it. What's up, Twist? How you doing? Did I say that right? Twist? Hope it did. Let's see, Tim Johnson, USAA. Just trying to show off some of the paints back here because everybody's kind of single file right now.
Black right there in front of Johnston.
Yeah, I know. See it. It's
The
nice looking
90.
paint job. It's a good one he's got there. Got his fan club on it.
In front of him, you got Chance Manning.
Yeah, he's got that phase one.
And he hit the wall.
A little bit in the wall there. Hold on to it. A good race in front of them right there, though. That's Woody Mahan. I hope I said that right.
Sounds close.
Yeah, Woody Mahan.
Woody, he's getting pressured by Chance there.
Yeah,
Down turn number 1 and 2.
he got a lot of damage on that car.
Get around, I don't know. Well, Woody does have some front end damage, and we're going 3 wide.
Hang on to it. Now you see him get tight down there on the bottom. That can happen a little bit here going into the turn, so that's good racing. Meanwhile, up front, it's all Adam Jersky. Boy, he's leading us. He's got a nice paint job too with that Cheesecake Factory, Cheesecake Emporium.
Beef Jerky's Cheesecake Emporium.
Yep. Yeah, we've talked about that. Like beef jerky cheesecake. I just.
I think it's beef jerky, beef jerky and cheesecake. I don't know how those two go together, but
Oh, well, unique. Then Cosman, which I still ain't figured out his last name, but he's still got Splash and Go Live on Twitch. So I might go over and check out Splash and Go Live on Twitch and see what that's all about. Got an anime character on the side of it, though. Nice looking paint job, though.
yeah. And you got Jason Stewart right behind him in the checkered flag PC car.
Mm-hmm.
At
Nice
number
looking.
0.
Don't got Blimpy.
Oh no, not
We got Corey Silva in the Blimpy machine. Yeah, we know what that one is. I still have not looked that one up. I need to look that up on YouTube there, folks. It's obviously we like our Blimpy cam here on OSR Network, but it's actually a kid show he told me about. He said his kids love watching it. I never knew what it was, but I'll check it out. Blimpy. There we go. And then Cody, that's we've talked about that car a couple times. It's like how the paint job is on it.
radioactive. Area 52 designs.
Nice. Nick behind him, so everybody's just kind of being patient right now. Single file run. I mean, it's kind of what Atlanta alludes to. You know, you'll see some guys, you won't really see them coming through the field, but over the course of a run, you know, tires will start falling off a little bit. and you will start seeing, one or two, come through here, like Shane Ewing right there. He's closing in on Tommy Gossip. So you'll see things like that. Guys will make a pass here and there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're noticing this, but the cloud is starting to cover the sun up, and it's little contact. I don't know what that was all about.
It's like closing rate right there, yeah.
Yeah, Gossett slowed way down, and Shane Ewing had nowhere to go and just hit the back end of Gossett, and now here comes the number one, John Jenkins. He's going to capitalize on him and try to get by Shane.
And that's Shane Ewing, by the way.
Ewing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I used to say Ewing all the time, and Mom out there, man, finally had to correct me on that one. I didn't know. I was like, really? Like J.R. Ewing? But Mom likes watching, so hey, Mom, how you doing? Yeah, it's kind of like, you're right. Tommy looked like he kind of checked up a little bit, and Shane, obviously, with the closing rate, nothing he could do. Got right in the back end of him.
Yeah, I for one, I thought there was a caution, and Tommy just checked up because I thought I saw everybody else check up as well.
Yeah. And John's right there. He's gonna, like you said, he's gonna try to capitalize on this. You can see how tough it is to pass here, because I feel like John's probably faster, and even Tim Knott coming up there in the picture is probably faster than the two right there in front of him, but just getting around is the problem.
Yeah, the problem being is when you catch up to the guy, you get in like an arrow push, and it just takes away all the clean air, and you can't turn as good as you can.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And that's another thing, too, is iRacing does a very good job. I mean, you just mentioned arrow push, and a lot of people are like, what the heck is that? Basically, car gets up there, and it's like a brick wall of air. It can't go any further, and it wants to push the car up the track. You get really tight and so forth. And iRacing actually does a good job of implementing that. Because they have that in the real world. You hear real drivers talk about it a lot.
Yeah, and that's when you'll see guys try to change up their lane to break that wall of air off the front of their car and try to make a pass somewhere else on the track.
Well, Chance Manning back here. We see Anthony now. He's making up some ground. So just slowly but surely, we're talking about Chance back there. He got all kind of wiggly. As, what is it, Anna? Hope I said that right. Anna Spencer pulling for Chance. Chance got a fan club out there.
Yes, he does. He's growing some fans on him.
Yeah.
Ray's Energy Area 52 designs Toyota Supra.
Yeah. Good looking car. So he's hanging on 13th right now. Car right there, but side of him, who was that?
Sideways. That was Evan Black. That got up in the wall and was a little slideways down the front, down the back chute.
Yeah, he was up there trying to make it look exciting. Which we're getting to that point now where tires starting to wear down, car's not handling what it used to be. You're out there feeling it, going, oh yeah, I want a new set. And crewman's going, not yet. But Cosman has run down the leader.
Yes, he has. Cosman up here, he is looking on the inside of old Jersky for the top spot. I think this heat's playing into Cosman's favor. I think he's staying on the drive it.
Long run car. Then you got Stewart coming there too. There's another thing, we don't see a lot of. What I didn't see a lot of when I raced Atlanta. They're going a lot higher on the track. Again, that takes me back to, I know a couple builds ago, iRacing changed some of the track dynamics a little bit. So guys are talking about Certain tracks you have to go a little higher to get the speed in it, and it might open up some multi-grooves here. And I'm just noticing they're taking a higher line in the turns than what I'm used to seeing in Atlanta.
Yeah, they changed up a whole heap of tracks a build or so ago, and Atlanta was one of the recipients of it. And as you can see, it's made it a multi-groove track. People were using, well, you see them going turn 1 on the high side, they go down low, turn 3 one lap, they go down low, turn 1 the next, and up high and turn 3 the next lap, all to try to break the air and search around for that grit.
Yeah.
Osmond down low and one right now, and old Jersky up high. Jersky's gonna get a little bit more momentum on the high side, but even
the one thing I see that it hasn't really done, though, you know, I know their purpose on trying to do it at multi-groove is to make it more side-by-side racing, but this place is still tough to get up there and pass, and I think it's what you mentioned before. As you can see right here's a perfect example of that arrow push, and that's why Cosman's having to search around the track to get away from that, because it's like that car's stuck where it's at. It can't go any further. You want it to go, but it's like it just won't do it, you know? You see right there? Yeah, right there. I mean, it's just, it won't, it's like it's a wall or something.
And I think my eyeball check says Cosman's catching him.
Well, Cosman's catching him, but again, it's like he gets stopped for a second. He can get close to him. It's just a tough place to pass here. I mean, he gets that run going into the turn right there, but then he just can't quite complete it coming out of the turn, because Adam's going to get that run coming off the turn, and just down the back stretch, he just walks away.
Jersky didn't really go too far ahead of Cosman coming out of 2. Now, they get into turn 3 and 4, and they're almost about equal. It's turn 1 where Cosman really gains a lot of the ground up. It's just the corner exit where Jersky running the high side there, he can get more momentum out of the corner.
That's why I'm saying. See, watch. He'll come out of the turn, down a bad stretch, he'll just walk right back away from it. He can get that run going in, just can't complete it coming out. And then it's pretty much, it's dead equal 3 and 4. And it's just like a never-ending cycle.
Seeing right there, Jersky was about a half a car width higher up in 3 than Cosman was. And Cosman was able to close up, and right now he's gonna get side by side. This probably ain't gonna help for corner exit as much.
Now, if he stays where he was, well, he lost some momentum right there. Yeah, I think the sideways hurt him. If he would have stayed where he was there, I think 3 and 4, he had a better run. Now, unless he gets closed off here, got closed off a little bit, but yeah, if he was able to stay side by side, I think going into 3 and 4, I think that's what he needs to do. Stay side by side with him coming out of 2. If he can keep with him, I think he's got him in 3 and 4.
Yeah, and you see he's moved up a groove now, going down in turn 1. And I think he's got it figured out. They're going to get door to door. He needs to.
Now he's got it. Yeah, he needs to hold that.
Not that low down the straight, but.
Yeah, but he needed a hold right there, because this is where he's been losing it. Can he hold it through 3 and 4? Nope. The car just won't stable. Just won't stay down there.
Yeah, and Jason Stewart right behind these 2 cats is liking this. He's like, yeah, boys, chew those tires up. Chew those tires up.
And you see right there with Cosman, we saw, you can tell he's pushing the car to try to hold. I mean, you saw it, because it was loose on him, even going through the tri-oval there. I mean, he had what he needed to do. He had it, you know, coming out of turn 1 and 2, and coming out of 2, he was right alongside him down the straight. So he had what he needed. The problem is the car just, well, the tires are burning up right now. Now he drives it in there. Let's see if we can hold it this time.
Well, he's almost clear if he had another bumper length.
If he can stay where he's at right now in 3 and 4, get another drive like that, he might be able to drive it off if he can keep it down there.
See, the problem here is I think the middle groove's starting to come in for Jersky down in 3 and 4, and it's allowing him to get more momentum for the straightaway.
There you go. I think he's going to get him this time. I think he's got him this time. Because he stayed alongside of him. Yep.
There he is. He's got a bumper clear. It's all about holding. Yeah, he's got him.
Yeah, that's what he needed.
The leader.
That's what he needed right there, was to stay alongside of him. I mean, even though Jersey's going to probably try to run down back on the inside here, and we'll see, he might get the crisscross back on him. But that's exactly what Cosman needed. He needed that to stay alongside of him. And again, we talk about how hard it is to pass here. It took him, 2 or 3 laps just to get around him. So, yeah. Now, talk about coming through the field. Anthony Navarro is already up to 7th. He is walking through the field.
Yeah, slowly but surely he is getting on up there. And
he is almost a half second.
Made up third.
I got to look at lap times. He ran a 34:01. Anthony did. The leader ran a 34, which they were battling there the last time. And because, well, we'll just use Josh as an example because he was by himself. He ran a 34:09. Nick the last time ran a 34:10. Cosman ran a 34:16 that time. So, yeah, Anthony's a little bit quicker than a lot of them, but he's about even with those top 4 or 5.
Yeah, we're getting down to almost lap 40 here in a couple of laps. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody tries to do a short pit on lap 40 or so.
Well, what would you do? I mean, if your pit strategy?
Well, I mean, you could do it about a couple different ways. You could do 40, run it to 80.
What would you do?
And then run it to 125, or run 50 to 100 and run 25 at the end. Me personally, I'd probably be screaming for tires 10 laps ago and say, I'm going in at 40. So
yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, you always have a plan coming in the race as a driver, knowing what it is. Obviously, the race can dictate sometimes how that plan plays out. But as of right now, everything's going green. So if you had your plan coming in, you probably are sticking to it. But like what you said, and again, we can use like Jersky here because it looks like his tires are falling off bad. At this point, I think if I was like Adam, maybe I'd be the one thinking about that short pit because that car's falling off.
yeah,
and you don't want to lose ground too much. That's another thing. You don't want to lose too much ground.
I blinked for like a second, and I'm seeing my eyeballs are not good, but I'm pretty sure that's John Jenkins battling Cosman for the lead.
It is. Yep, Jenkins down low. Cosman's right there with him. And he's going to take that pass. And I think that's a product of, remember earlier, Cosman battling, his tires probably got a lot more worse or wear than what Jenkins was. He was back there pretty much just kind of watching and waiting and watch those guys. But Anthony's just came through the field like he's made me look bad because I said nobody's coming through the field, and the next thing I know, here he comes through the field. There's always that special one. There's always that special one.
Now, here's what's surprising me is Nicholas Curling there on the high side, battling with Anthony there. He's got damage on the back end from that initial green flag checkup, and that car is still handling pretty good and hanging with the top guys.
And I think another thing that shows us at this point in the race is how good that outside lane is, and obviously the tires. I mean, we talked about the lap times. We saw what Anthony was running earlier, and once he got up here to these top 4, they were all kind of right within half a tenth of each other, a couple hundredths off of each other. So probably going to get a little bit more challenging with him trying to get the lead.
Oh, remember how I was talking about pit stops? Jersky and Stewart, they both came in, and it looks like there maybe Kirkwood is down there as well.
And they took 4 tires. Pete Baskin took it. You're right. Corey Silva in. Kirkwood, yeah, you're right. Took a pit stop. Jason Stewart took his pit stop. Woody, RV, and all them took them. So yeah, I think it was smart on Adam Jersky's side, because that car was starting to fall off pace.
Honestly, I think it was a good idea for both Stewart and Jersky, because they weren't too far behind, but they weren't right up there with the leader.
Right, and we know with a green flag run, obviously the more the green flag run goes and green flag pit stops will split up the field a little bit more. So sometimes, short pitting can help you out in the long run. But if this thing stays green like it's been so far, I don't know. It's going to be tough when it comes to pit strategy.
Yeah, well, if I'm John Jenkins, I'm at least running it past 50. His car looks pretty good right now. Same with that 25 of Anthony Barrow and Cosman.
I would, and even when you talk about that, I guess he's probably looking at the fact of Anthony might be one of the quickest. If Anthony got up there anytime soon, which I kind of doubt, he's a little further back. He's about 3 seconds back. It'll take him a while to get there. But if he did, then like John would be like, and let's say Anthony passed him, that's when I would come in. But I don't think that Anthony's going to get there in that time frame before he does make a pit stop, because 3 seconds here, to make up 3 seconds on this track, you're going to have to be way, way faster. And the lap times just are not telling me he's that much faster. Here's where it gets dangerous. You got a lot of cars on new tires.
Yeah, you got Pete Baskins, Jersky, Silva, and all those cars. They got new tires at 94, 69, and 27. They are checking out on these guys with the older tires. You see, DeBarro is going in, and he gets hit by Stewart as he's checking up. Hits the cone and then is sideways.
Spins it. Oh, man. Talk about disaster. We watched that one there live, but yeah, you're right. And we were just talking about how everything was, getting chaotic right there. A little bit of bump in the back. Shot him in the pit road a little bit too fast, and he ended up spinning. That's going to cost him a lot of time. And we just talked about green flag pit stops. How they already split the field up so much. Well, this right here, all that work that Anthony just did, pretty much most of it just got thrown out the door.
Yeah, and that was some heavy contact, both for DeBarro and Stewart.
Well, we've seen some cars do well, even with some back end damage. Obviously, it's going to, the car might be looks like he's going to get some optional damage while he's in there. He might have got a penalty.
He got shoved.
Yeah, he got shoved in there pretty hard, and then he slid. He spun out on pit road, so there's a possibility he could have got a heavy penalty, because I don't see. He's been in there well over a minute now. He's definitely going to go lap down. That's just, again, without a caution, that's just going to make it even harder. Now he's coming off. I don't see him doing, if he got a penalty, yeah, because still the rear end looks about the same. So optional repair. I doubt he would have got optional repair just for that damage on a green flag stop. I think he got a penalty for going in. When he got hit, it slid him into pit road.
Yeah, he either got busted for speeding or busted for hitting that cone.
Yeah. And like what you just said, it could have been for speeding. He was trying to slow down, but obviously the bump, and again, that's racing. It happens. He shoved in there a little bit too quick. So That's going to cycle us around, though. Adam Jersky is going to be the man that's going to take over the point. And we talk about green flag stops, how it splits the field up. He's going to have a 1.5 second lead over Corey Silva. Yep, showing 1.5 second. And Jason Stewart, who pitted with him, is going to be right there with him. Tim Johnson up to 6, but just talking about, who was it, John Jenkins? John Jenkins?
Yeah, John Jenkins. He came in just a lap ago. He's managed to stay on the lead lap, up in 7th.
I'm trying to look here, see.
What are you looking for there, Jeff?
Yeah, I think it was John Jenkins, yeah. He's up in the 7th, but he's going to be at least, he's almost 6 seconds back from Adam. Yeah, that's like an eternity at this track.
Yeah, but when did Jersky pick? Because I think he
it's
came
8 lap difference between
8 laps.
Yeah, I mean, and that could make up I mean, you're right, that could be huge as the run goes on. We'll have to see. We'll watch the lap times. Right now, lap times, let's see, Adam ran a 32.87 to a 32.73, so it's not a lot. And you know and I know those times are going to kind of slow down over the course of the run. I will keep an eye on it as the run goes on. But yeah, John Jenkins pitted at lap 48, and Jersky pitted at lap 40. Corey's pitted at lap 38. And the top two guys have not pitted yet, so they're going for the long run.
Yeah, old Gosson and Shane Ewing, they're stretching her out. You know what? I don't know if you can do it. Well, I can't hear
go with
Tommy there. I think Tommy's coasting it in the corners.
What are you trying to say? Go one
half
stop?
And half, yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to go 65 laps, at least 65 laps. My thing on that, and here comes Shane Ewing, I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Now, what will... There's only a 15-second gap between Adam and Tommy, so he's already gave up so much on the track. I don't, even if this played out like everybody cycles through and does their pit stop again, Adam does, and even if Tommy stretches it out even further, he's going to lose the lead again unless he short pits the next time. I don't have a strategy, yeah.
Jersky only gained a second in that last lap. I mean, Gossett has to at least make it to 63 in order to split this thing in half. We're on lap 57 right now, so he's only got to go 6 more circuits, and if he loses 1 second every lap, that'd put him.
I mean, you're playing a game of is it going to go ahead. Yeah, you're playing a game of is it going to go caution free the rest of the way by doing it. I mean, he's pretty much, as I will say, made the bed, you got to lay in it. At this point, it would be crazy not to go to, like what you said, lap 63, because there'd be no benefit for him to pit now. None. I don't see if there would be, because he couldn't make it on one stop then. So interesting pit strategy. Here we go. Now caution, that messes up the whole scenario. Maybe.
I'll go on board with Gossett, especially down in the corner. I think he's shutting the car off. I've never heard of anything like this, but I think he's shutting the car off, or at least pushing the clutch in, because it goes quiet.
Yep, he is. We'll go inside on the cockpit and watch the tattletale needle there. And he's up to 7,000, 8,000 RPMs down the back stretch here. He goes into the turn. It drops all the way to 2,000 RPM. There he jumps it back up. So, yeah, he is cutting the motor going into the turns, saving fuel. So, yeah, his pit strategy is to basically, take it halfway. Yeah, he just cut the motor right there going into one. And he's coasting and it's still off. There, he cut it back on. About midway through the turn. Or he could be just clutching it too. I mean, it's staying at 2,000 RPMs. He's not cutting it off. He's clutching the car.
It is a very interesting strategy to look at.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen drivers do it many a times. I mean, I've seen them, and I have seen some crazy pit strategy, fuel strategy, that I'm sitting here going, why would they? And I get it. This race does go green flag all the way. Obviously, on a green flag stop, you're going to go a lap down no matter what. So when he does pit, he's going to go a lap down. He's going to be on well newer tires. He might be able to be fast enough to get that back on those new tires. But then when everybody else has to pit again, does he have enough of a lead at that point to hold off? Because here's what we're looking at, because it would be the same scenario like right now at the end of the race. Jersky would be coming, and Tommy at the end of that run is going to have to do the same thing he's doing here. So can he hold him off? I mean, it's a 5-second gap. But he's given up now 2 seconds a lap at least. He ran a 35.19. He ran a 35.50 that time to a 33.65, so 33.80. So he's given up about 2 seconds a lap. He's 4.5 seconds ahead. It would all depend.
Yeah, go in now.
Yeah, it'd be all dependent on at the end of the race of when. Yeah, because that thing's spitting and sputtering.
Yeah,
you can see the. Actually, it's kind of funny because we're still riding along the inside. And this is funny, Corey, because if you ride on the inside, you can actually see his tattletale needle was just starting to jump up and down at 67,000 RPMs. And I do believe he's out of fuel because it's down to 2,000 RPMs right now. Obviously he's on pit road too, but it's spitting and sput. Oh, yeah, he's out of gas. It just dropped to 0. He ran her right out of gas. So wow.
Wow.
Now here, you cannot miss the pit box.
Don't miss that pit box, and we're in.
Well, I tell you, that's another thing that a lot of drivers or a lot of people don't realize too is it's harder. We don't get to see it, but y'all do as drivers get to see it. I hope they implement that one day, but getting into pit box now is a little bit tougher than what it used to be because of the animated pit crew and stuff. But yeah, you run out of fuel. You are playing a game of, I got to make that thing. And Tommy pretty much ran that thing out of fuel. So we know the limit now. I got to give him credit.
We know the limit.
He stretched it, yeah.
Watching.
He stretched it. I'll give him credit. Now, green, white, checkered might be what will kill him.
Yeah,
if we have
green,
one.
white, checkered.
Yeah. That puts John Jenkins out front. John Jenkins must have passed Adam somewhere along the line. We were watching Tommy do his amazing fuel conservation there.
Yeah, I was too in shock of watching Tommy. I didn't realize John was catching Jersky and passing Jersky all that time. John,
it's amazing.
Back in the lead. Well, heck, we're about time for everybody to come back down pit road, and he just came in.
And that's what I'm saying. And now that's the thing. See, but the problem is they got to come back in. Would they have to come back in one more time?
At least one more time, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So these guys, well, they might know. Two pit stops, 40 and 40. I mean, actually, John came in at 48. So if he goes back in another 48, he can go the rest of the way of the race, can he?
Yeah, you can go 45 easily. So anytime after lap 80, everybody's going to go in.
So we know at this point, Tommy pretty much is going to string this thing to the end. And by our calculations, he could. But he's going to be out of fuel. I mean, here's my thing. I think it's too close. If it goes green, yeah. But, man, he ran out of fuel on pit road. I don't know. We got to see how this plays out.
Well, what surprised me more is he did make it to 64, and it ticked over to 65 as he was on pit road. So he could get to lap 128 if he wanted to.
Yeah, it's the green-white checker that would kill him. That would throw everything out the window that he's done. I mean, if it goes green all the way and then we get a caution with 4 to go, anything under 5 to go, all his strategy would be done because he would have to come in and stop and go. Now, my question would be, though, would anybody else at that point come in with him? You know there's going to be somebody come in the pits and put new tires on because a lot of them guys would be on, if that happened, would be on almost 30-some 40 lap old tires. But then again, you know there's going to be somebody out there that's going to stay out and gamble it. So, in that scenario, I don't know, I'd hate to be the leader.
Yeah, I'd hate to be the guy that's saving fuel. I think Tommy's starting to saving fuel right now.
Why is that?
I'm watching it again, and he's clutching into the corner.
Let's see. Let's ride with him again. Impressive run. Oh, he's right there behind him. His RPM stayed up on that one. They got a little bump in the back. Well, that's just new tires versus old tires. Yeah, that's his new tires where he just got closing right there, and he's like, dude, look, you're slow. Get out the way. But, yeah, he stayed on the throttle there. That's normal right now. You got to remember. Now, I got to ask a question. Do they run, since these are Xfinity cars, because the reason I ask is because I'm looking at the RPMs only going up to about 7,500 RPMs, which is not a lot for these cars. Usually you see 9,000 or so. I'm going to say these cars have restrictor plates on them.
No, but they have 750 horsepower.
But that's what I'm getting at is normally wouldn't these cars push, because when they're plated they only get about 7,000 RPMs. Unplated they go like 9,500. We're not seeing it push there. That's why I was asking. I didn't know if in the Xfinity there he clutched it going into the turn. But I'm curious as in the Xfinity car. Now, I know their aero package, no. But I didn't know if, since they didn't run an aero package on these, did they plate these cars just like they do the Cup cars? And the reason I asked is because the RPMs. And now there's something interesting. I don't know if you just saw that there, Corey. He clutched it, and the car got loose. You know why? Because, well, the RPMs all of a sudden went different. He all of a sudden got traction, you know, and you know, because the car slowed down on him.
Yeah, I can't stop watching it.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, it is amazing to watch on here, folks. I mean, and I know everybody's like, well, man, we're watching. It's amazing to see a guy go to work and do what he's doing right there. In the meantime, you know, John is out front leading. But it is amazing to see someone. I'm just curious. Let's ride on board here with John, our leader. See exactly what he's doing, and if anybody knows, I mean, obviously we can look it up online and see. I'm just curious because these cars, which now, there's John's car. His turned 8,200 RPMs, but Tommy's is only getting up to like 7,500. Now that's, uniquely different. Yeah, John is getting almost to like 8,200. where Tommy's only running, his is topping at about 77, 76. Good 500. I don't know if maybe that's just brand different on iRacing or what, but something that was just, I mean, I brought that up because it's interesting. I look at the RPMs difference, and, you know, obviously restricted plate motors run way different than unrestricted.
I just looked it up, and these cars, they're all open. There's no tapered spacer or restrictor plate.
Okay, well, here we're riding with Tim Johnson. His tops out at 7,500 also. So it's got to be brand. That's a Toyota and a Camaro out front. So yeah, it's got to be the difference in the brands and maybe the gearing that iRacing uses. Let's ride here with Adam because he's in the Mustang, so we'll see what he tops out at. He's in turn right now. Let's see what he does here on the back stretch here. Full on RPM wise. Okay, he gets up to 81, 82, so he's doing what's coming. So the Toyotas are the ones that aren't getting the RPM. That's interesting. So, let me ask a question then. If they're 500-600 RPMs less, how are they being competitive on the track?
Using less throttle, less tire spin, less tire wear, and less fuel wear.
But that don't translate to speed on the track.
No, it don't have to.
That would be longevity on the track. That's what that would be. But yet then the Camaro Mustang should in a short run just blow away the Toyota, and then on a long run they should come up.
Oh yeah, the Mustang does blow the Toyota and Chevy out of the water.
Tim Johnson right now doing pretty good in second.
Yeah, because he's being able to save tires and fuel. Well, it could just be how Jersky is driving it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting if you think about it. I mean, it's something I've never really looked into because I really have just never noticed it. Is the difference in the RPMs? And the only reason it caught my eyes because obviously we were following Tommy, who is now back on the lead lap, and he is still clutching that car, by the way. But we're sitting there, excuse me, following him, and he is in a Toyota, by the way. Following him, and I just noticed his is only getting up to 7,500. So that's why I brought up the restrictor plate thing. But then when I look, all the other ones are 81, 8,200 RPMs, and there's only a couple explanations. I mean, one, this is a fixed setup. We know it's all going to be the same, but in real life, that car with the more RPM would make more horsepower. I mean, it would just be, this is how it would be, you know?
I'll give you my theory on it.
All right, go ahead.
I know you can adjust how your throttle pedal, how much it goes to the floor.
But then wouldn't that slow your car down?
Well, no, what it'd do is it would limit the power out of it and allow you to save your tires and your fuel better.
Okay.
I do it all the time, man.
I understand what you're saying when you say save. Hold on a minute. But you're saying save tires and all, but that's for a long run. If what you're saying is great, then on these short runs, John Jenkins and Adam should just walk off from Tim. I mean, should just walk off because you just said less power. I mean, think about what you just said, less power. And less power would mean slower on the track. Sure, you're conserving fuel, which is what Tommy's doing. I mean, basically, it's what we're sitting here talking about what Tommy doing. He's conserving fuel. I mean, obviously, he's not running that car wide open. There's no way. His last lap was at 33.67. Now, he's on newer tires, and so probably would be better to look at maybe Corey or some of these guys who are coming into pit road right now. But anyways, John Jenkins, just to kind of give you an idea, with 20 lap different tires, quite 20 lap difference. He ran a 34.12. I think that's still only, I think, quite 0.2, 10.5 difference.
Just about.
Yeah. So, got a car a little sideways right there.
Sliders.
Yeah. So, to me, that's just. Now, here's the thing.
It could be his driving style.
Tommy running it. All right, we know Tommy's clutching, which is going to slow him down. I mean, that's just a given. Anytime you let off the pedal, it's going to slow you down, or a clutched car. Because we know what he's doing on the track. But that should also slow his times down, which I think have, but he's still faster than John and them out there. See how much faster he is. Some of these guys who just pitted, like Corey and Cody and them. Let's see what happens when they cross the pit, start-finish line. All right, Corey ran a 32.75. Okay, so now that makes more sense to the 33.86 of Tommy. So Tommy, obviously, for what he's doing, makes sense. It's slowing him down drastically. Because then it takes me back to that less RPM should be slower. Amazing.
Anyways, think it's all in driving style. I think Jersky just got on the throttle more, and he did have a little bit of draft help there when you looked at him.
Okay, but John Jenkins has no draft help, and he's still running 8,200 RPMs.
Well, okay,
Tim has no draft help, and he's only running 75. So there's, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to sit and think about, and I really have never. What's more amazing is here, Corey, is the fact that I've never really noticed that in all the years I've done broadcasting. The difference here in iRacing, you know?
Well, I think what Gossett's RPM is.
Pit stop. Here we go. Tim's on pit road.
Yeah, we got pit stops.
So now this should be scheduled for him.
Yeah, this is all scheduled. Yeah, we're past the scheduled pit stops for a lot of these guys.
Now it's going to be interesting. What does Tommy do here? I mean, I'm kind of interested to see, can he get far enough ahead of John as you see John coming on pit road now.
Yeah, that's a little early for John's 48 for 48 split. So.
Well, the thing too is John has to understand, if Tommy's going to do what he's going to do, he needs enough time to catch Tommy. And as long as it takes to catch people here on this track, 20 laps is not long enough. He would run out of time catching, which is what Tommy hopes is going to happen here. We'll just have to see what the let's see what the difference is. Tommy does pass him right there. Not going to be that far ahead of him. So this might have been a smart move by John.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you remember, Tommy at the end of his run had to clutch that car. So Tommy doesn't have that 20-second lead that he had before. So I think John's going to be able to run him down.
Yeah, I think John will. We're going to see it's going to tick over right here. John's only 2 seconds behind Tommy.
I think if I was Tommy, I think the clutching he needed to do, I think he needed to do that at the end instead of the beginning. And I think he just gave up too much time at the beginning. And now John's going to just run him down. So.
Well, look at this. Tommy's going in.
I think he realizes there's no. Yeah, I think he realizes there's no way to. The strategy didn't work this time. So yeah.
Yeah, I think he realized he ain't gonna be able to do the fuel run.
No.
So let me get tires and see if I can't just run you back down.
Or get a caution. You know, caution would definitely help him.
Caution would help Shane Ewing.
Yes, it would. Definitely.
Actually,
he pitted at lap 54.
Ooh, yeah, okay, that's two. Yeah, he ain't going to the end. But he's gonna at least go a couple more laps here anyways.
Yeah, he's hoping maybe the caution would fly.
Yeah, he's banking on one here. I'd say if I was Shane, I'd come in around time John passes me.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's got a good bit of a gap here, and I'd go if John passes me or I get to lap 100, whichever comes first.
I got you. Okay. Well, right now we've got 13 cars on the lead lap. Gael Brooks just got a lap back. Chance Manning's the first one lap down. Tommy wants to get around Manning because if a caution does fly, puts him back for the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. Because right now it would be devastating to him to not get there.
Yeah, and I think Gossett's going to have enough tires here to catch up to Chance Manning and at least get in the lucky dog spot, and then hope nobody ahead of him goes a lap down.
Absolutely. Jersky right there sitting in third. Let's see, he's not that far back either. He pitted at lap 86. Lap time wise though, he's a little bit off from what John Jenkins is. When we talk about Anthony DeBarro, remember messing up on pit road earlier? He pitted at lap 46. He is yet to make his pit stop still.
Yeah, and he's 29 seconds behind the leader. He's definitely going to get a lap down by the end of this deal, unless he catch a caution here.
Yeah, catch a caution to help him out. Yeah, he got killed on that. I almost said it was a penalty on pit road, but John Jenkins does run down Shane Ewing. Gets by him. Adam's probably going to get by him. Tim's going to get up here. Well, Tim Knott, though, having a good run. He's up to 5th.
Yeah, Tim Knott making an appearance up front. Gun Skins car.
What's he got? Gun Skins, that's right.
Checkered Flag PC, Splash and Go graphics, and
absolutely
Kirkwood Transportation on the hood.
Well, we've got Loud Pedal Motorsports sponsor tonight here for Atlanta Motor Speedway for the UERA Axall PC's Xfinity Series. And so far it's been a good pit strategy style race here as we've kind of watched Tommy do some awesome pit strategy out there, clutching on the car. We talked a little bit of about how the differences on the RPMs. I'm really curious. Maybe I'm gonna do some research on that after the race. If maybe that's something real in the real world, and just brought it over here to iRacing, whatnot. So it's been a good one so far.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Vance Auto Parts is giving out a couple of $10 bills to some drivers tonight.
Oh, okay.
Go to a random person who can pick up a 0X and $10 to anybody that does not get a bonus objective.
Okay. Gotcha.
Your bonus objectives for tonight are your pole winner. They get $5. That was Anthony DeBar. Fastest lap gets 5. Most lap sled gets 5, and race winner gets 5.
There we go. All right. Well, the Blimpie car is still running. Nobody has punched a hole in him yet.
Hey, he's got a little kink in the right rear.
Yeah, a lot of guys have got up there in the wall a little bit.
I'd say that's a wall kink. That's another wall kink, and don't look Blimpie here.
Let's see, we've got good little cars back here in the back. I like that. You know, Woody Wuhan.
Woody Mahon.
Is it Mahon?
I think it's Mahan. I don't know.
Mahan. It might be Mahon. Yeah, Mahan. Yeah. Either way, Woody, man, we apologize. I'm messing it up. So. Anthony on pit road.
Be his good stop, and I'd say Shane Ewing is still holding out for that yellow.
Yeah, he's still out there trucking, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. Well, you know you can get at least 60 laps or
True.
so.
Yeah.
It's getting on about 55 here. I'd say he's about in his window. I'd say his tires are saying you're in your window.
Yeah.
Rayovac, high energy on that car.
Nice car out there. He's got a nice paint job. Well, still got the fan club out there for Chance Manning. He's up 12th. He's still trucking. I gotta ask, I think I'm asked before, I think Brenda is the mom out there. Who is, I'm gonna say that's Anna. Anna, you're like sister or
Cousin.
cousin, or neighbor? Significant other? I mean, I think. Just a fan. How's that? I mean, hey, there you go. Chance, not bad. Not a bad night for him there. Kind of stuck in 12th right now. He's battling there with, well, I was going to say Cody, but it's like a lap down car.
No, actually, that's Timothy Johnston in front of.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Channing.
All right. I got you. Oh, that's right. Yep.
It ain't quite the car that he needs to get around to get a lap back, but it ain't quite a car that he needs to battle too hard for.
Okay. Anna says I'm the aunt. I got. All right. Good deal. Aunt. Like to see the family members out there supporting. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mom, aunt, dad, uncle, grandpa.
Absolutely.
Neighbor. Get your neighbor to watch your race.
My neighbors never come out their house, so that's good. Now I won't see them anyways. Okay, look at Tommy here. Not really making up much ground.
No, not really.
Not for having new tires. Well, you know what?
Line.
He didn't put new tires on. He just put fuel in.
Well,
that's why he's not making up ground.
that's a little confusing. Why wouldn't he put tires
Yeah,
on?
I mean, if you're going to go a lap down,
And he's up in the wall.
yeah, he's up in the wall. That thing's not handling. But yeah, if you're going to go a lap down and you're going to pitch, you might as well just put 4 tires on. Because being on the older tires, it's not going to benefit you to come to the field. But anyways, he's up to 14th. All John Jenkins right now. He's just hoping this thing hangs on for another 17 laps.
Yeah, we've gone caution-free this entire race, too.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
No, exactly. We're going to see a caution here in about a lap and a half, now that I've mentioned it.
It's Corey's fault. Yeah, he's the man. It's Corey's fault. He did it.
Well, Timothy Johnston, he really hasn't been making up too much ground on old John Jenkins. Yeah, he's losing time. About 10th every lap or so.
Yeah, John's been pretty good out front.
Got Tim Knott coming up on Cosman. That's for the 4th spot. Just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little. Hair by hair every lap.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Chance did get by Cody Erdman a little bit ago.
Yes, he did.
If we
He's
can
up to
get
11.
a yellow here, Chance is sitting in the catbird seat.
Get that lap back. Shane Ewing's on pit road finally. He took that thing a long way.
Yeah, that's. When did he come in? Lap 50, and now it's a 110. Yeah, that's 60 laps on a tank of gas. And I don't think I ever heard him clutch it. So, you know, you can go 60. You only had to save 3 laps of fuel out there, Gossett.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm all confused about all that stuff, so, hey. Either way, John Jenkins still leading it. Tim Johnson, Timothy right there, he's in second. Adam Jersky hanging on the third. That's our, he's the Jerky Lodge man up here. Been a good solid race so far, though.
Yeah, we got ourselves a little battle brewing up. We got Corey Silva and the Blippy and Jason Stewart and the Checkered Flag PC. This is battle for 7. There you go and goes. Yeah, almost door to door down the back chute. Stewart's going to think Barry Evan and slide on behind Silva. We're closing in on the final laps. Who's saved their tires just enough to pick up at least a spot or hold on to what spot they're already in?
Yeah, this has been a good one so far, though.
You see Stewart, he's going to get his bumper clear. He does. Slides up in front of Silva, hits a wall, and Silva gets on by again. Wow. And that was the broadcaster's jinx right there.
See?
Stewart got by Silva, and Stewart hit the wall, and Silva said adios.
Messed him up back there.
Well, the fans needed some entertainment. You got some entertainment there.
Yeah, Blimpy got by, though. Chance Manning up to 10th, so he's moving up. Gael Brooks having a good run tonight. He's just been kind of quiet up there in 9th place, having a good, solid run.
Yeah, and I don't know how bad that damage is now on Stewart's machine, but Gael Brooks, he may catch up here before
he's close
too long.
enough, yeah. Got enough laps maybe to get there. Let's see, there's about 1.3 seconds difference between them. And lap time wise, all about 2/10 or so. A little over 2/10 difference. So he might have enough time to get there.
He might get to the back bumper, but getting around the guy is a whole other task. Hey, you see Silva up there. He's getting up in the wall. Slowing that automobile down.
Smacking the Blimpy around a little bit. Cosman still having a good solid run. Up to 4th. Tim Knott having that, he's having a good run there in 5th. Nick Curling, I didn't mention much on his end, but he's solid right there in 6th place spot.
Yeah, curling and the curling design labs. It's a Chevy Camaro.
Wow.
It's a throwback to Johnny Benson.
Back in the day. Way back in the day. Didn't he also run a Pencil? Or he ran another sponsor at one time?
I don't remember.
I can't remember what his other sponsor was. Anybody know out in the chat, let us know.
Go back and watch our previous races of this here league and let us know.
Yeah, no doubt. Nick's having a good solid run, like I said, in 6th. Corey's back there in 7th. Jason Stewart, we were just talking about it, hanging on to 8th right now. And Gael has run him down.
Yeah, he did run him down, and he hit the wall right there on the front chute. you see Anthony DeBarro split in the middle. Contact between DeBarro and Stewart coming out of turn number 2.
That was close.
Yeah. Well, it kind of helped out Gael Brooks. Hey, we got a car up in the wall. That was a little scary. That's Todd
16.
Kirkwood in the 16 car.
Yeah, he's just trying to get out of the way.
Cattle Company.
Yeah, he's just trying to get out of the way.
Here comes
You got
Shane Ewing.
you got guys with new tires coming through up here. I say Shane, he's got newer tires. So
Yeah, he's gonna split him down the middle, Stewart up in the wall. Oh, Gael Brooks, he's got Stewart clear.
he does. Awesome run. Awesome run.
So we're down to 5 to go.
Well, we know it's not over with yet, but I tell you, it has been a good one here at Atlanta for the UERA Hacksaw PC Xfinity Series tonight. The Loud Pedal Performance Motorsports guys sponsoring this one. It's been flagged right now, caution free. I've had a few close calls out there. We've had some great pit strategies. Some guys out there, man, just really stretching the fuel limits here tonight. And it's all that man right there, John Jenkins, out front leading.
Best battle is that battle for 8th between Stewart and Brooks.
Yeah, Stewart don't want to give up.
He smacked the wall a couple times. Gael Brooks has smacked the wall, and honestly, if they keep it single file here, they may catch up to Silva if Silva can hit the wall again.
You notice I always say, if they make it to the white flag, don't matter. They killed themselves on the track. It's over with in that point.
I think Gael Brooks is catching Silva. Just don't think he has enough laps as we come around to 3 to go here for Gael Brooks.
Yeah, his last lap time on Silva was only about, well, that right there, they crossed the line. He was a little over a tenth faster than Silva, but it's still like a second difference between the two. Silva would have to really make a mistake, I think, for him to get right there on his back bumper. I think if it stays like it is right now, I think Gael's just going to run out of time.
Yeah, we're coming 2 to go this time.
White flag.
And white flag. 2 for Gael and white flag for John.
Doesn't matter what happens here. John comes around turn 1 or 2 for the final time. He's just got to put in cruise control mode here. He's got 5.5 seconds over Tim. Puts it in victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, John Jenkins, he can pretty much just coast it from here on out. I wouldn't even bother with giving her gas.
Oh, no. Like you just said, out of turn 4 final time. Jenkins is going to win this one. You got Ty Timothy Johnson going to come home in second. Adam Jersky going to bring her home in third.
Cosman coming around. We got a few seconds here. He's coming out of turn 4. Cosman going to get 4th. Right behind him, Tim Knott. Bringing her in the top 5.
Good run. We went flag to flag. Caution free here tonight.
And Gael Brooks is now across the line.
Comes home in 8.
9 cars on the lead lap at the end of the night. John Jenkins is going to burn her down.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bring up third place man here, Adam. Let's get a word with him.
Hey there, Adam. You got a copy on me?
Yep, I got you.
Well, Mr. Jerky, you came in top 3. How was your race?
Well, I was pleasantly surprised to start second. Was not expecting that at all. And then was able to keep it up front for 20 or so laps. But I was just wearing out my front tires too much, and I was kind of really paying for it at the end there. And some guys are just really able to consider their tires much better than I am and keep the speed up. But I think overall, though, I'm very happy with third place. It's been kind of an up and down season so far, but hopefully this is a sign of things to come for me.
For sure, man. It's always a good sign when you get top 3. You got anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I got to thank my main sponsor, Beef Jerky's Cheesecake Emporium. I got to thank Jordan Harnish and Grant Brown for putting this all together, and Hacksaw PCs for sponsoring this. This is a great thing going, and glad to be part of the first year.
There you have it, folks. Your third place driver, Adam Jersky.
That's absolutely right.
Thank
there,
you.
Adam. Yeah, doing an outstanding job there, Adam, coming home in third, like you said. And sometimes with a good finish like that can turn your season around. Let's bring on the second place man, Timothy Johnson, up here.
Hey there, Tim. You got a copy on me?
10-4.
Well, hey, good, solid run. Top 2. How was your race?
It was pretty good. Started off, lost some spots because I knew the tires were going to fall off, but I think the first run I may have saved a little too much and lost a lot to John there, and just really wasn't able to get it back as the race went on.
Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff happens. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank all the guys at UERA for putting this on, Hacksaw PC, USAA, AMSOIL, all my awesome teammates at Dizzy Motorsports, and you guys for putting on a great show every week.
Well, there you have it, folks. Your second place driver, Timothy Johnston.
Absolutely, Tim, man, coming home there in second, like you said, and good Dizzy Motorsports man there. But this guy here, John Jenkins, brought it home to victory lane. John, join the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, got you guys.
Well, I tell you, wild pitch strategies out there. What was going through your mind when you saw maybe guys like Tommy doing what they were doing? And did you ever think this thing would go green flag from flag to flag?
I kind of thought it would. I wasn't sure, but I just kind of rolled around there to start, save that right rear and right front, and just started picking them off. I kind of got it figured out like midway, or about once I got to the top 5, because to be honest, I haven't been on this sim since the last race a couple weeks ago, so just getting my feet wet, and then it just kind of kept rolling, and then next thing you know, I just worked my way up through there.
What a way to get it done. Like you said, man, not getting on there, but just coming out here just right off the bat, winning in good dominating fashion. I got to ask, too, now, and it's something that we talk about sometimes up here throughout the broadcast is pitch strategies. What goes through the mind when you come into these races? Do you make a plan for your pitch strategies first off, or you just kind of let the race come to you?
Knowing that I'm particularly better at longer runs, like I'm never notorious for short run speed. I just kind of base it off when everybody else pits and how far they're either behind me or in front of me. So basically, like if the guy in front of me pits early, I'll probably pit like a lap later. But if the guy behind me pits, depending on how far back, if he pits before me, I'll pit like maybe 5 laps later, just because I'll have the fresher, and he was already behind me before, and I'll catch him in the next stint after the stops. But some of the guys did like the really early strategy, which I kind of thought for a second that was going to be it, because the runs would be a little bit more even every time. But I don't know. I had such a lead before the first stops that I could just basically pit whenever and still gain time after the stop.
Well, I'll tell you what, like I say, a lot of stuff you ain't got to think about throughout the race, but it paid off for you in the end to win. Got anybody want to thank for an awesome run tonight?
Since Discord was being crazy a couple weeks ago, Custom Paints and Diecast, Jordan Berry, Jordan Harnish, Grant Brown, UERA, all the sponsors, Hacksaw, There's so many of them. Plan B Sales is on the car too. MPI, I've got this awesome MPI wheel. I've had it for probably a year on my semi-cube wheelbase, and I'm always tinkering on it, trying to figure other things out. But I seem to got it dialed in for tonight, and you guys in the broadcast all end up watching it back. It was such a great race. Long run seemed like the long run. It got a little looser, fun to drive.
Well, absolutely. Like you said, that's right. You finished, I think it was third a couple of weeks ago. We weren't able to get a talk in with you, but like I said, it's always a pleasure, man, to see you up here now. You victory lane. Again, congratulations on that win tonight.
I appreciate you guys.
There we go, John Jenkins, man. I tell you what, Corey, like I said, what a run, what a race, man. Flag to flag, green flag, man, all the way.
Yeah, for sure. That was a fun race to watch. All clean racing, and had a fair share of good battles there throughout the field. Hopefully next week at Dega we can get about the same results.
Yeah, and you know, too, you know, some good strategy. I like sitting here talking, you know, over the strategies we had throughout the race here. It's always good that these guys, we can come out here and have some clean racing. But like I said, for myself and everybody here, everyone, have a good night.